All right, everyone. Today is a very special episode, one that we hoped wouldn't come, but here we are. This is Sophia's farewell episode.
Yes, guys, it's happening. My last time behind the mic for how I failed in business. And I have a feeling that Rob is going to make this feel like an Oscar-worthy send-off.
Yep, and you deserve it. Today, we're going to take a trip down memory lane, relive some of our favourite moments, and celebrate everything that made you, Sophia, such an important part of this show. And of course, we'll try and keep it together without getting too emotional.
I make no promises.
No, neither do I. Nearly cried in the last one. So sit back, get a drink, and join us as we say farewell to the one and only Sophia Grace. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very, very well.
Good. So at the time, obviously, look, let's not hide behind anything here. We're recording this on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the episode's coming out on Friday, which actually will be your last day of
actual final
working.
day.
How do you feel about your final day of work?
I was saying this to the girls earlier. So when I finish on the Friday, I then go away.
Yeah. Did you sort your flights out?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I then go away and then I get back and I start at my new job.
Right.
And I was saying to the girls, I feel like I'm just looking forward to going away now. And I feel like when I come back, I'll just come back here.
Right.
So it's not at all actually clicked yet that when I go away, I'm then going somewhere else. So I think to say I've perhaps not processed yet.
Yeah,
that it's
that's
happening.
fair. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't really know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very strange.
Yeah. I think it's always unusual when this, like from my side, because it's going to be weird because it's going to be weird sort of coming, because where you sit, you sort of like the first thing that
I'm
I
the
see.
gatekeeper.
You're the first thing that I see. To be fair, pretty much the first person I see, of course, you and the wonderful Molly, even when I pull up in the car. So then like, you're not going to be there. And I always find like the first week or two, it's just like holiday. You just, oh, she's on holiday. And then I think it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Well,
because we were saying, obviously, I am leaving on very good terms. Very sad that I'm leaving, but I'm leaving on good terms.
No.
But we were saying it's harder to leave on good terms because it's like more like if you don't care about your job and you're just leaving, it's like, well,
yeah, that's fair.
But it's like now I'm like, oh,
kind of, yeah, it does make it worse. I mean, look, the week's still young.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. We could throw you out sooner or early if you wish. But I know what you mean. But do you know what? I'm really thankful for that because, look, it sucks when anyone good in a business leaves. It's gonna really hit me hard when you're not here, and it's gonna. Do you know what it's gonna feel like? And it's gonna sound so weird, but I have not a doubt in my mind that you are going to go on to have the most like incredible, fantastic of careers. You're going to have a wonderful life ahead of you. And I'm going to just like be sat there on like social media. If I don't like any of your posts on LinkedIn, don't take it personally. It's just because I'm just like, bitch. But I support you wholeheartedly.
It's a supportive bitch.
It's a supportive bitch. A supportive bitch all the same. But yeah, it's going to be so weird. But yeah, so obviously Friday when this episode comes out, we're going to go see a good friend of the business, Colin Johnson, for the opening of his new business. And then we're staying behind for some drink. You staying behind for some drinky poos, Mol? Staying behind for some drinky poos. Lovely.
My leaving drinks, I'm not there.
Yeah, but I don't know with you. Sometimes you're like, oh no, I'm going to a gig or something. I've got to go. So I've told the girls upstairs that they've got to hit targets because I want us to finish at 4 so we can start early because I can't stay out too late anyway. So we can make that happen.
It's a Friday, the night, you know.
Who knows what's going to happen? And of course, as always, Molly is sat. Molly, how do you feel about this whole situation?
Of course, I'm really happy for Sophia that she's going forward in her career, but there will be sort of a hole as such.
Yeah, there will. There'll be a Sophia-filled hole in the.
Well, at least I'm quite small, so let's not.
Sorry, yeah,
we'll cut that.
Yeah, no, it will be sad. The times of me running off to sneakily go get some iced latte for you in the middle of the day will be gone.
I do love an iced latte. It's getting to be iced latte weather
again. Nearly there. It's nearly there. I was at a business yesterday and they have an ice machine right next to the coffee machine just so they can make iced lattes all the time. Which would, like, those times I had to sneak off without you knowing. I had to, like, army crawl by all these vans and cars so I could be like, surprise, got you some iced latte. They don't have to do. Well, look, it's very sad. It's, look, it's very sad. Yeah. But today I want us to celebrate our life and our times together. I want to celebrate your time on the podcast, your time in the business. Just a footnote, if you missed the episode on Tuesday, the podcast isn't going anywhere.
No. It's just adapting and morphing.
Yes, absolutely. We've had your blessing that we can keep going.
And we'd already had so many amazing ideas for where the podcast was going to go anyway. Then this is just one new direction. Absolutely.
So please don't sort of listen to this and unsubscribe or anything like that, because we do have season 2 coming. We've got more surprises, some more fun-filled things coming your way. But speaking of surprises, can I unveil my first surprise for you?
Yeah.
I mean, is it a surprise? I don't know. It's something that I like to do.
How much does Molly know?
Molly knows nothing.
Okay.
I actually don't.
I didn't know if this was just like a stitch up.
No, I've not planned or prepared anything with Molly.
Okay.
I'll be honest, going to the office, as always, in typical Rob Spence style, I go into the office early, and from like 6:30 until like 9, I've been working on all of this. Okay, so I want you to understand the effort I've put into this. Right, okay. Molly, for this first section, okay, you and I are going to have to switch seats.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready now?
Well, I didn't know I was going to be on camera.
Molly's fuming.
Let's do a switch, Molly.
Oh. Why did you not tell me?
Don't worry about it. So, to be fair,
I was trying to get out without moving the mic.
Why? Just slide it in and out. I wish we had that on camera. Right, let me get myself settled. Hi, I'm producer Rob. Okay, are you comfortable, Molly?
Yeah.
You look wonderful. You look beautiful. So don't you worry. Right, okay. I just need to get these on. Right. So yeah, let's do this. If anyone is listening to this, they're going to be so confused as to what's going on. If you are confused, go on over to YouTube and please do. Oh no, what have I done here? Please do listen in. Right. Okay. Surprise / game / thing number 1. You ready?
No.
I'd like to bring back, for one last time, Who Wants to Be a Bob Valaire? The music's just playing, by the way. So you just got to sit tight a second, sit tight. The main theme goes on a bit.
You can hear it.
I can hear it. It's nearly ending now. Nearly ending. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Bob Valaire? The longest introduction ever. So, can you remember the rules of Who Wants to Be a Bob Valaire?
Stolen directly from...
Nope, not stolen from anywhere. Original idea. Complete.
Okay. Okay. What is it? It's multiple choice.
Correct, yes. So, Who Wants to Be a Bob Valaire was the game that we invented in season 1.
Yeah.
Not too long in. Why did we invent Bob Valaire?
I don't even remember how it initially came up.
The Bovril.
Oh yeah,
Bovril.
we bought those weird Bovril drinks, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so Who Wants to Be a Bob Valaire? I'm your host, Rob Spence, and in Who Wants to Be a Bob Valaire, I've got 5 questions to ask you all about the popular drink, Bovril. Each one comes with four options. You can work together on this, and there's no prize. Are you ready to play? Right, if I've done this right, I can then press this one. Okay. Question 1. What colour is the label on a classic jar of Bovril? Oh, yeah, multiple choice. So, option 1, or A, blue.
Okay.
B, red. C, green. Or D, yellow.
Red.
I think it's red. Yeah, I think it's red.
You think it's red. Okay, is that going to be your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer is B, red. Well done. You got 1 point. What do I press now? I don't know.
It's serious.
Sorry. I'm not as nimble as you, Molly. Right, okay. Are you ready for question number 2? Bovril is famously associated with which sport? Is it A, cricket, B, rugby, C, football, or D, golf? You think football. Why football?
They drink it
The habit of football.
at football matches.
Okay, as always, is that your final answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Football is the final answer, the correct answer. Well done. I think we're missing a sound here. I need like a celebration.
I'll tell you right now, me and Molly are missing all the sounds.
It's only me. Honestly, for the listener and the viewer, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so in what year was Bovril first introduced? Was it A, 1870, B, 1895, C, 1912, or D, 1930?
Can we have like a 50-50?
Yeah.
Ooh,
or
okay.
something?
Something split, something.
Right, I think I've just done the new noise. So, 50-50. That is a lifeline,
Yeah.
isn't it, anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that leaves us with 2 options. Either answer A, 1870, or B, 1895.
I'm thinking 1870.
Thinking
I don't
it's
know
as
why.
old as possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you think
That's just a guess.
1870. Final answer?
Yeah.
I can reveal. The answer A was correct. Well done. You're 3 for 3 now.
We're
3
doing better than we did last time.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Be learning about Bovril.
Yeah, been studying all night.
Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry. Don't worry, listener. There's only 2 more questions left. Which of the following is a true fact about Bovril? So we're looking for a true fact. It was originally called Johnson's Beef Potion. Is it B? It was sent to British troops during the Franco-Prussian War. C. It was banned in the UK during World War II. Or D. It is made from Marmite and beef stock combined.
So we're trying to find the one that's true.
The one that's true.
I don't know.
I had you down as a Bovril Meister. Do you want me to read through those again?
Yeah.
So it was originally called Johnson's Beef Potion, which I'm sure I've seen a movie called that before. B, it was sent to British troops during the Franco-Prussian War. C, it was banned in the UK during World War II. Or D, it was made from Marmite, or is made from Marmite and beef stock.
I think it is made from Marmite and beef stock, but I also think it might have been sent to troops.
Yeah. I feel like the last one.
The last one. Just
Has to be.
simple. That's what it is.
You're going with, can we just confirm the final answer?
Made from beef stock.
D. You were at £5,000. And you're back down to 0. I'm so sorry. The true answer, the true correct one, was it was sent to British troops during the Franco-Prussian War.
Trust your gut, guys.
Should have trusted your gut. Should have trusted your gut. Do you want to play? This is what the question was for £50,000. Do you want to play the last question?
Go on then.
Which company owns Bovril today? Is it A, Nestle, B, Unilever, C, Kraft Heinz, or D, Associated British Foods? You can phone a friend.
Is that friendly?
Yes. No, you can't phone a friend. What's the other lifeline you normally have?
Ask the audience.
Ask the audience. We can't do that either.
No.
Sorry, you're on your own. So Nestle, Unilever, Kraft Heinz, or Associated British Foods?
It has to be, I think.
I think so.
You think Nestle? I will give you a lifeline. I'll give you a clue if you would like a clue.
Yeah.
Would you like a clue?
Mm.
The same company that owns Bovril also own other classic British brands like Marmite and PG Tips.
Is that Uni?
You think so?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I've seen it on the website. I don't know why.
Okay, go that one.
But I
The
don't know.
Bovril website. You've
No.
seen it on the Bovril
No.
website.
It was like in a study somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Only because of PG Tips.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I'm going to
Don't take
need
my
a
word for that.
final answer from you girls. A
I don't
final
know.
answer.
You go. If you're the only one that's got a
But I
hint.
haven't got a hint. It's probably wrong. It's just, yeah, if you've got no idea, then.
What are we locking in on?
Yeah. Unilever or whatever.
Unilever. Okay. Final answer.
Yeah.
I can reveal that by saying the answer Unilever, you are a Bovril Air. Congratulations. Well done.
Wow.
Round of applause. Well done. Beautiful,
She
beautiful
knew
stuff.
it. She knew it.
That is the end of Who Wants to Be a Bovril Air. I'm just playing the outro music. I'm going to
Perfect.
fade it out. Did you enjoy reliving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game.
Throwback. Yeah.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Loved it.
Well, Molly, as much as I like seeing you on the camera, would you like to do a swap, or do you want? Are you
Yes.
happy
I'd
sitting
like to
there?
swap.
Molly is like, this has been an absolute stitch up.
Hellhole. Look at this, Molly. Look what you do.
Yeah, but I want to keep it in the same position.
Oh, okay. Thanks for humouring me with Who Wants to Be a Bovril Air. That was good fun. That was good. We should have brought some Bovril in.
Yeah.
I think
Add
to
a little
maybe
bit, little bit Bovril.
love a bit of Bovril. Are you ready for another game, Molly?
Mhm.
Are you ready for another game?
Mm.
So one popular game that we will carry on the podcast is Mystery Mishaps.
Yes.
Cue the music, Moles. Because I have completely messed up your. Whilst you find that music, for those of you listening at home, the Mystery Mishaps game is I will share 5 clues, or normally sort of 5.5 clues about a brand, about a product, a business that maybe had a mishap, maybe had a dilemma, maybe it's out of business, maybe just upset loads of people, and you two have to guess which that would be. So yourself versus Molly, as always. You locked in, Mol.
Yep.
You lost Tuesday's episode with Fail or Fiction.
Mhm.
Do you think you can come back? Can you make a comeback here?
We'll see.
Okay. So this one is a crisp crisis. This is a beloved UK brand, winning taste buds for decades, but in the early 2020s, so not too long ago, they made a monumental mistake that had crisp lovers up in arms. Okay. Are you ready for clue number 1? You have to guess which crisp brand this was. Are you ready? Clue number 1. The brand is a British crisp icon, beloved for its bold and sometimes bizarre flavours. Any early ideas?
I mean, got a guess. Is it too early to say the guess?
I would very much like if you could hold off your
Yeah,
guess,
okay.
because you've got a thing of like just getting it right straight away.
It was quite niche.
Hold it back.
Okay.
Hold it back.
Okay.
Have you got an idea in mind, Molly?
Maybe.
Are you a crisp fan?
I'm a crisp fan.
Mm.
What's your go-to crisp?
Good question. Any.
Oh, okay, you're a bit of a crispy fiend.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Sophia?
I do like a prawn cocktail crisp.
Good choice.
Mm,
I
elite.
will say, a certain crisp brand have brought back some of their iconic flavours.
Are we talking here about the Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah.
Someone in the office had a bag the other day, and I was talking about Worcestershire sauce crisps with someone not too long ago. I was like, I'd love for them to come back. Lo and behold, they've come back.
Yep.
Manifested.
Yep. They've also brought back the tomato ketchup ones.
Have they?
Yeah.
They were incredible.
It was the whole era, the Builder's Breakfast and everything. They did all of those ones. Back. They are back.
They are back. Do you know what? I think one of my favourite memories in life will be, do you remember when Walker's Crisps used to give out the £5 notes in the packet? Do you remember that? It used to be like inside the crisp. Anyway, ready for clue number 2?
Yes.
They changed the recipe of a fan favourite flavour, thinking no one would notice.
Can't be doing
A
that.
deceitful crisp
Can't
maker.
be doing that.
I'll give you clue number 3, because I'll be honest, it's not very cluey, but customers very much noticed. They knew straight away and unleashed Twitter fury Are you still sticking with the same
I-
brand?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Clue 4.
Yeah.
I really hope you're playing along at home as well, dear listener. So the brand refused to back down at first until sales dropped like a soggy crisp in a cup of tea, which is disgusting all the same.
That is.
I'll give you, to be fair, clue 5's not going to give you anything. I think I'm going to have to give you a 5.5 clue potentially if you
Okay.
don't get it. Eventually, they apologised and reintroduced the original flavour, proving that sometimes you can't mess with perfection. Who are we thinking? Who do you think it could be?
I'm thinking hula hoops. I don't know why.
Okay.
We're thinking hula hoops.
Okay.
I mean, I was thinking Walkers.
Okay.
Mm,
Any particular flavour of Walkers?
I'm trying to think what they might have messed up, like maybe like a cheese and onion. Change it, mess it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is it going to be like a bougie crisp brand?
yeah.
No, like a Kettle or Pipers.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you a sentence, and this should give you the answer. So I need fastest person to the mic. Are you ready? The company insisted the new version was better, crunchier, and cheesier than ever.
Quavers.
No.
What's it?
What's it?
Okay.
Yes. Well done, Sophia. Yes. What's it? So in 2020, What's It's quietly changed their cheese flavour and recipe, making them crunchier and slightly less What's It-y.
What's it?
And the move, it backfired. Customers demanded the return of the old formula after months of backlash. What's It's finally caved and brought back the original version. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There we are. I didn't even know any of that went on.
No.
Can I say something controversial? I don't like What's It.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I disagree, however, to some degree. What's It's as a standalone crisp?
Mm.
Nah. I think I'd rather go crispless than eat What's It's, predominantly because, you know, like, I don't want the texture in my teeth.
Yeah,
That's
it gets
sticky.
all here, and then your fingers are all
Yeah.
What's it?
And then, like, you don't want to, like, smile and it's got, like, ginger teeth. But, right, try this. I think What's It's are one of the best sandwich crisps.
Really?
I think
That's
so.
true.
Yeah.
I think so.
A prawn cocktail quaver is great in a sandwich.
It is, yes. What do you go for, like a Walker's prawn cocktail, or are you open to
I
the
am
elements?
usually a Walker's. I will say something controversial right now. I prefer cheap crisps over like expensive crisps.
Mhm.
I like that there's not much there. It's too much crisp with these fancy crisps.
Molly, are you in agreement? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think you might not be wrong there.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I get fooled and duped into, you know, like when you see the fancy crisps on the
Yeah,
shelf, and it's
fancy flavours.
like, oh, look at this lovely
Red pepper and whatever the hell.
And it never is.
No.
It never. I'd rather
No.
have a Walker's basic, and especially like with flavors that. Have you ever sort of like had pigs in blanket flavor? They're clearly just smoky bacon.
Just bacon.
But you've spent
And
over
bacon
the
crisps
odds.
are never. There's never the right flavour.
No, it's not. Well, all this talk of crisps is making me hungry. What we do is we'll take a very short break, and then we'll carry on with Sophia's episode. How does that sound?
Perfect.
Great stuff. Stay tuned after these messages, and we'll be back in just a second. Sophia, as well as being an incredible podcast host, you also work for an incredible company called Paragon Sales Solutions.
I do work for an incredible company, and that company is called Paragon Sales Solutions.
If you were to kind of explain to a complete stranger in a smoking area, or, you know, down the park, which happens quite a lot, how would you explain what Paragon do?
Paragon are a fully outsourcing sales and marketing company. They handle everything top to bottom, from telesales, digital marketing, social media management, web design, lead generation, appointment setting. They cover it all.
You hit the nail on the head, really. I couldn't have said
Thank
it
you.
better
Well,
myself.
maybe if I had someone who was, I don't know, perhaps quite senior in that company, they could give me a few more ins and outs on exactly what it is that Paragon do.
Well, I was hoping you would help me, to be honest, because I don't even know half the time. But absolutely, if people were looking for any of those, you know, web design, social media, any kind of marketing or sales, how should they get in touch?
They should contact us on... No, they shouldn't. They can visit www.paragonsalesolutions.co.uk, and they can find all the information they need there, including quick inquiry forms, or you can send us an email to hello@paragonsalesolutions.co.uk again. We are also all over social media. That's where we put a lot of our latest offers and things that we're doing, getting up to, so you can follow us there if you want to see what we're doing. Again, we are Paragon Sales Solutions pretty much everywhere.
There we go. Like a pro.
Like
No one will know that we just made that up on the
pro.
spot. Welcome back, listeners, to the How I Failed in Business podcast. Today is Sophia's farewell episode. Sophia's I'm not going to say the last ever, because you are going to come
I'll be
back,
back.
as a guest. But the last ever episode as a co-host and a presenter. Oh gosh, which is very sad. To carry on today's episode, I've made a little something.
Okay.
I think Molly needs to join us in shot for hit for this. I think I made you a little something.
Okay.
I'd like to show it you.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, for those of you listening, I'll be honest, you're not really going to pick up much from this at all. Hopefully we'll try and just get some reaction from Sophia. But obviously, if you do want to see what this is all about, then head on over to our YouTube channel where you'll see it on YouTube. Okay. What's wrong? You feel all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm slightly nervous.
I'll be honest, so am I.
Oh God.
Molly, would you like to come round? Maybe come and join Sophia. Like I say, for those listening, might be minimal for you to kind of take away from this. We'll keep Sophia's microphone on, hopefully for some reaction. But if you want to see what we're kind of showing, then head on over to YouTube. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God.
I'm just going to get my microphone.
Oh. Throwback. Episode 1. Oh, Lucy. Bloody smoke machine. No, what a night.
I thought we'd try and forget that.
Yeah. Oh. I look young. Why? Fuck's sake. Goodness sake. Oh. Oh.
That's what I was up to early this morning for a long time.
That
Editing.
was really, really very, very sweet.
Thank you. I feel a bit emotional. I'm not going to lie. Lovely memories. And I'll be honest, I was going through my phone to try and find as much as I could. And there was like so much more I could have shared, so much more I wish I would have shared. I was trying to I didn't want to make it like too long, but yeah. So yeah, sad times. And of course, as I said, if you're listening, do go ahead and watch that on YouTube. We make sure that we share that, and maybe we'll kind of collate that down into shorts as well for you, Sophia. So, final little thing from me. final little thing. Normally on the show, we've had some great guests. We've had
Yeah.
some great guests, some funny guests, some lovely guests with some great stories. I'd like to flip things on its head a little bit. I want you to be my guest.
Okay.
If that's, I don't know why I said that like a
Crikey.
serial killer. But I've got some questions to ask you,
Oh my
which I
goodness.
hope you can entertain me and answer them.
Yeah.
It's annoying because you've already ticked off my top question, which was, what was your favourite crisp? But I've just got 4 questions. I just
Okay.
think I want to ask, and that I want, obviously I'm sure the audience will want to know.
Okay.
So what's been your most sort of memorable / fondest moment on the podcast?
Ooh. Favorite moment on the podcast. I think would probably it. I have 2 answers.
Tell us it all.
So the live show was so great, and so much work went into it. And then when it finally came off, that was really nice. And it was something that I was excited to do, but really anxious about. And I think actually being in the moment of it, it was so great. But I think my favourite memory, there was a kind of a point back when we were still across the road when I kind of realised that I wasn't getting so anxious doing the podcast anymore, and that it was really something that I was looking forward to and really something that I was enjoying. And I think that for me was really, really huge. And it was kind of around the time that we did like Adam's episode, like Luke Tobin's episode, and there was a while where we were churning them out really quite quickly, and I just hit a real rhythm with it. I think we started to really know exactly what we were doing, and I just started to feel quite confident in doing it, and that felt really great.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, the live show was incredible.
Yeah, it really was.
When I was getting, because still to this day, I've not really watched the full thing. I've not really watched any of the clips. Obviously, we play it over here in the studios in the background sometimes, so you pick up little bits. I didn't realise how much content we'd got, how much footage. And yeah, I can't believe that we just put that all together. And there was a moment we had like backstage, and I remember just like, it was weird because like on the run up I was nervous. Then when we were so Barry came up to do his thing, and you and I were just backstage, and I remember I just looked at you and I said, like, are you all right? And you were like, yeah, absolutely fine. And in that moment, like, I had no nerves. I knew that the whole night was going to go so smoothly, and it did, and it was a great experience. But yeah, it still amazes me. It still like wows me that you ever went through any period of like, I'll use the term nervousness, because you always seemed so confident with it all. And yeah, I wouldn't have wanted anyone else to have started this whole thing with me. Maybe Bob Mortimer, but that's by the by. So over the year, I should say, we've interviewed loads of people, dozens of people, 8, was it about 80 in the end, I think?
Yeah.
If you could go back and interview any one of them again,
Ooh.
who would you interview and why?
Oh, that's a very good question. It's so hard to think of them all. I think maybe just because I think she was such an amazing guest, and I'd love to talk to her again now that we've found our feet. You know, I think when Lucy Kay came on,
right, yeah,
she had so many great stories and like things that she could have talked about, where there's been so many guests where we could easily do multiple parts, but I think we know so much better what we're doing now and how to interview and how to get what we want out of the guests that we've got in the room. It would be really great to sit down and speak to her again. And then selfishly, just any kind of financial or mortgage advisor, because I can't make heads or tails.
That's fair. Yeah, Lucy. I mean, look, every single one of there was not one guest that we didn't, that we didn't like, but I thought Lucy was great with some great stories. And it's funny, isn't it? Like when we first started the podcast, we talk about it a lot. We went from this little Yeti mic that was in the middle of us with, quite bad lighting at times over the road, and to then where we are today, whole studios set up and everything. It has been a journey. So that aside, if you could let's say we were carrying the podcast on and we had like one last episode to do, and you could interview anyone, like anyone in the world, preferably alive, who would you interview?
Who would I interview? Ooh. It's a big question. What's something that I wish I knew a bit more about? Or who's someone I find really interesting? Oh, I really love Richard Osman's podcast that he does.
Yes, yeah.
So maybe him.
Okay, that's fair. Good. I think he'd be a good guest.
I think he'd be great.
Lots of good stories, wouldn't
Yes.
he, I think.
Yes.
And over the podcast over the past year, what's been like the biggest lesson you've learned?
Ooh, it's not that serious. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
I think people always say no one's looking at you as much as you're looking at yourself.
Ooh, I like that.
And I think there was always a thing where it was like, well, it's a podcast and it's a video podcast and I'm one of the two people in it. So they are looking at me. And I think they aren't looking at you like you're looking at you. And they're not listening to you like you're listening to you. And just, if you do it and do it badly, you've done it better than if you hadn't done it at all. And I think I'm so glad that I did it. And I don't think I did it badly. And I think I'm glad that I really just took a leap of faith. And I'm glad that very quickly I kind of let go of some of the inhibitions that were kind of holding me back with it.
I like what you said there. I think you're right. Sometimes you just got to do it and
Yeah.
work things out. And I think like you've been incredible for the podcast, for the business as well, but for the podcast and the show. And like I told you, like I used to get messages weekly. Oh my God, who is this Sophia? Why is she so good? Is she a professional? Like, why is she so hot? All these weird things that I was getting on my phone. And then you come out and go, yeah, I was really nervous, really timid. Didn't, so I think you got to give yourself some credit. And I think, I'm not saying you did this, but sometimes that whole kind of faking it till you make it is so crucial, isn't it?
Absolutely,
like,
for sure.
we could have, to be fair, like we could have stopped this months ago, a long time ago, but we've enjoyed it. I've loved the journey. I was saying, I was delivering a kind of little talk on media in front of a young group not too long ago. And they said, like, what's the best project you've worked on? And I said this, mainly because of like the journey we've been on. Like, once again, if you go back to how we recorded a lot of the early episodes, like, do you remember, I thought I'd put a photo in the video, but I didn't. But do you remember, like, we used to like build that little booth with the little Yeti board around it when we made your birthday episode as well. So that's my phone again. To what we've got now, it's an incredible journey. Molly, what's been your sort of fondest memory of Sophia on the podcast?
I think just seeing the growth, and the confidence grow, and also just the laughs as well. It's been fun. Yeah.
Neither of you said the eating of the fillet of fish.
Oh my God.
Neither of you have said that.
I don't know if that's maybe a highlight, but at least it wasn't a low light.
It certainly wasn't a low light. I've got a new fondness for filet of fish. Let's put it that way. Well, look, Sophia, that kind of slowly takes us towards the end of your farewell episode. I don't really know how to end it. I'll hand over to you in a second. As we said before, the podcast is still going to go on. It's sad, very upsetting, heartbreaking, depressing that Sophia will be leaving us, but it is on good terms, and Sophia will be back as a guest as often as we can drag her back from the dark side and get her back in our studios, in our offices. We will be releasing season 2 very, very soon. So please do stay in tune, keep subscribing, keep listening. And of course, if you do want to be a guest on the podcast, if you've got a great story to share, then do get in touch. Sophia, may I leave it to you to hand over and to hand off and sign off for the last time?
It feels very strange to not be handing over to then pass you to the next episode, but just what an incredible journey it has been. And thank you all so much for listening. And I really hope that you all stay tuned, because I know that I definitely will be. And as Rob said, I'll be back before you know it with lots of new fun stories. Hopefully none of them too dreadful. I won't be coming in here crying. But it's been an absolutely amazing experience. Thank you so much, of course, to Rob and to Molly and to just the wider team at Paragon for being so amazing and welcoming me into this business for so long. it's been a really incredible journey, and the podcast has taught me so much, but more widely in this business, I've learned stuff that's been absolutely incredible. And I've had really, really the best time. And I can't wait to see what both business and the podcast go on to do, because in just this short amount of time, what's been achieved has been so amazing. So definitely keep tuned, watch this space, follow along with me, who knows what the hell I'll be doing. But for Rob and Molly, it's going to be so be and on to new heights, I'm sure. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.